This movie's gonna make all the money in the world. So let's talk about that in this video. Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to be doing a full review for the Super Mario Galaxy film. This is out in theaters now. I was able to get to it on Wednesday because they released this early ahead of the Easter holiday weekend. So here we are. And let's talk about this movie though. In this film, after successfully stopping Bowser's last attempt to marry Princess Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom finally gets a moment to breathe, but not for too long. This time, the threat comes from the next generation. Bowser Jr. steps into the spotlight with a mission to rescue his father and restore the Koopa legacy, and that sends Mario and Luigi and all the new characters into a full scale cosmic adventure across the star. And honestly, to me, this movie was a lot of fun. From beginning to end, Super Mario Galaxy feels like it was made specifically for longtime fans of the franchise. The attention to detail here is something that you really have to applaud. Every environment, every background, every element, every passing reference just feels very intentional, packed with Easter eggs and visual callbacks that reward players who spent years in this universe and all the other universes that they kind of bring in. There's always something happening on the screen from the beginning. Sometimes, maybe too much happening on the screen. I'll be honest, I found myself getting distracted more than once by all the shiny details and hidden fan service, all these moments layered throughout the film. But that's also part of what makes this, I think, such a crowd pleasing theatrical experience. It invites for repeat viewing, especially with the kids that are going to want to see this over and over again. Now, where the film to me stumbles a little bit is the story. It's simple, very simple, maybe too simple. Compared to the first movie, the narrative here feels more like a framework for spectacle than really a fully developed emotional journey. The stakes are very clear, the objective very straightforward: rescue the princess. That's always the story, right, in these Mario games. But I feel like the first film had a lot of twists and turns on that. It really almost feels like a greatest hits tour throughout the galaxy rather than a deeply layered adventure. But I think that's okay. Here's the thing: the speed works in its favor. Clocking it under 100 minutes, this movie never slows down. It keeps moving, keeps escalating, keeps delivering energy, scene after scene. There is no filler here, just momentum. And because of that pacing, I think it lands exactly where it is as a perfect family movie. The kids are going to stay engaged, fans are going to stay entertained, and theaters are going to stay full. This is the absolute kind of movie that is going to make all the money in the world. And let me tell you how I know that. I went to watch this on April 1st on Wednesday. It was an earlier screening. I was going to get my Yoshi popcorn bucket after the movie so I don't have to carry it around. But as soon as I left my screening, the theater was packed with families on a Wednesday. So that tells you just how much money this movie is going to make. Even if it doesn't quite live up to the magic of the first film, I still had a genuinely fun outing at the theater. And sometimes that's just exactly what a Mario movie needs to be: bright, fast, playful, packed with personality. So I think if you're a longtime fan of the games, there's a lot to love in here. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of call outs. I think there's also some very, just really cool voice performances. The cast has been really fun to watch on the marketing tour. And I really love the idea that Mario is a worldwide phenomenon, right? The cast has been all over the place. I think last, obviously, they were in Japan for a lot of this. Also, the US is a big part of this. So, yeah, I think this is the perfect movie for you to grab the whole family, go grab a bunch of friends, or whoever you enjoy going to the movies with, or even going by yourself and just go out and have a good time and enjoy the time just looking at all the really cool things on the screen. Um, so there are two end credit scenes, so make sure to stay on for that. And I do think that this movie is, I mean, they're gonna make another one. There's no way they don't make another one of these. So yeah, it's a great time to be at the theater. If you want something fun, entertaining, you can watch this. If you want something with a little bit more bite, you can check out Project Hail Mary, which we also have a review for on the channel. So if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down in the comments. Did the Super Mario Galaxy live up to the first one for you, or is this just the beginning of something bigger for the Mario Cinematic Universe? Are we getting another MCU? Let's talk about that in later videos. And then, of course, make sure to come back and check all the cool things we have on the channel, including movie reviews, comic reviews. I even opened up some of my Daredevil blind bags for this week. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Bye bye.